A woman accused me of cheating on my husband and asked for my ID because she's the wife of a high-rank official. Now she lost a potential job and had her social media exposed. I've lived in Japan for over 2 years with my husband. He was born here, and we decided to move to his hometown. I describe us as an AMWF couple. Asian man, white female, for those who don't know. It's not so common in Western countries, and it can feel like we are some rare, shiny Pokemon as AMWF in rural Japan, with lots of staring, occasional secret pictures, or even small chats if an old lady is brave enough to approach us. It can feel uncomfortable eating at a restaurant because kids will turn around in their seats and stare at us the whole time with an open fish mouth. Coincidentally, there's a small US military base located in this city. The closer you are downtown, the more American families you see. The military presence shapes daily life here, from the base's economic impact to how locals perceive foreigners. I'm constantly mistaken for being military by Americans and Japanese alike. Besides myself, I only know 5 other interracial marriages here. Locals always ask about my American husband when I'm alone, to which I respond in Japanese that my husband is Japanese and I live here. Americans never ask, assuming my spouse is American. It was a beautiful warm day, the first in months, so we decided to battle for parking and walk around the shops. The season for new American families had just finished, so this was likely many people's first time shopping outside leisurely. We found a spot and walked hand in hand, talking and laughing. Wow, I heard from an American woman about 10 feet behind us, loud enough to make me turn. She was with 2 other moms who had 3 kids each, all staring at me. Seriously, another little homewrecker doing this in public. We found a table at the outdoor Starbucks. While enjoying our drinks, the same women approached with their strollers. The lead woman said, "Excuse me, but you need to keep whatever you're doing in your messed up home. Doing that in public in front of families is disgusting and immoral." I was confused, as was my English-speaking husband. Who knew drinking coffee outside was a crime? "I'm sorry, what did we do?" I asked. She pointed to my wedding ring. "You know exactly what you're doing. Good lord, does your husband know? Is he on a ship? That's so like a dependopotamus." Her friends laughed. She thought I was a military spouse cheating on my American husband. I started laughing because she was suggesting I was cheating on my husband with my husband. "This is my spouse. I'm not part of the military community and have a Japanese visa," I explained. She looked my husband up and down. Her friends apologized, but she didn't believe it. "No one would voluntarily live in this little town. You make all us wives look like whores. Who's your husband and what's his rank? I need your dependent ID. My husband's high rank, so he'll make sure your husband knows about your infidelity." She pulled out her phone. "Look, my husband's Ray, sitting right here. I don't have a military ID. As proof, our wedding bands match, and here's a picture." I showed her our wedding photo in traditional Japanese clothes. Her eyes went huge. Her friends had already started walking away. "Why are you with him? You should be in a normal relationship with American kids," she said, adding racked statements about Asians. The irony of her fussing about me marrying a Japanese man while in Japan wasn't lost on me. My husband suggested we leave. As I stood, I said, "Stop. What you're saying is extremely offensive. I was military myself, and what you're doing is against spousal conduct." She smirked. "Go ahead and tell. My high-ranking husband is an E7, and everything will be swept under the rug. You can't touch me." So I complied with her demand. Later that day, I ran into my friend who works on base as an event coordinator. I explained the exchange and how it made my husband uncomfortable. She asked if the person looked like so-and-so. Yes, she arrived months ago and is already causing problems with rumors and drama. Now we have a ruckus too. I'll make sure this is passed on. It had been half a year without hearing about her again. Last week, I ran into my friend preparing to return to the States. "Remember the woman who accused you of cheating and called your husband raucous names?" she asked. "Well, I told my boss someone was bothering civilians and demanding IDs, which isn't allowed. He was extremely interested because she was scheduled for an interview in my department. I suggested checking her social media. Her Twitter was littered with racist slang, colorful language, and using her husband's rank to bully others. She made it clear she wants this city to burn and asked why anyone would learn Japanese since it sounds terrible. We printed her extreme post and still invited her to the interview. Oh, and my boss is Japanese." She came to the interview, which I attended. Asked for 3 good things about herself. She said, "Dependent, gets things done, and friendly." She paused, clearly thinking she'd nailed the interview, but her confidence evaporated when my boss reached for his phone. Anna was floored and said someone hacked into her account, despite at least 3 years of slanderous tweets. We thanked her for coming and said we can't accept an employee with this conduct. As far as I know, she's still not working because some spouses found her on Twitter not long after the interview, which was shared in all departments. No one will touch her application now. Me. "So all this was discovered because I told you about her accusations?" Friend. "Yes. Oh, and she's kind of an outcast socially right now because she cheated on her husband a couple of months ago." I couldn't finish the whole story in this 3-minute short. Full story is on my channel and linked below.